everybody, welcome back again. It's me, Angela, bringing you a quick little project for a Friday. I hope you're excited. This is what I've created today, and it's really another quick and simple, nice flat project for any journal. So come and follow along, and we can create this lovely belly band together. Right, so I'm in the signature. We did the lovely center spread last time, and now there was this tea stain page just in the middle, and I wanted to put something on there, so this is what I've done. So we've got two little pockets here, each with a little one of these mini quote cards. All right, and I've just decorated them, some lace there, and then really it's just two of these mini pages which I've added some bits of fabric and embroidery anglaise lace stuff and to write your memories on the back of them over there. So that's what I've got there. Yeah, ready to do it with me? It's a nice simple one, pretty but simple. Right, so let's move that signature to the side. I've got the other one next to me right here. All right, so that's this one, and again we're going to use this page. I am going to just slide this page out and we can put it back in. All right, so we're going to go on the back of the page. All right, over here I'm going to start off quickly by just stenciling using my lace stencil, because I love this one. I'm going to use the aged mahogany, which is a lot lighter than you think, but it goes really well with this kit, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a decorative edge, really, just on the edges, because the middle and that you're not really going to see. All right, so there we go. Nice, just gives it a bit of depth, I think. All right, so we've got that done, and then we can just put that to the side for the moment. Right, so I have used these cards. These are mini pages. I've backed them and just put on this loop folded in half and stitched around it. You can just glue it, you don't have to stitch it. All right, so those are the cards we're going to put inside there. Now for this one I did the opposite to what I did with the other. Let me grab that there, I can show you what I mean. All right, so this one I've used this base, all right, and I've made the pockets with this and the pinky one. This one I've used that base, and I've made the pocket with this one and the pinky one. Okay, so that's what I've done there, just alternated it around. So I've cut out a piece here which is 6 inches wide. All right, so that's 15 centimeters thereabouts, and then the length of my page. All right, so that's relevant to whether you use a US lace or an A4. Okay, I have just folded that in half, so it's 3 inches wide, and that just gives it strength. I'm just going to take my glue stick and I'm going to glue that down. All right, there we go. I do use 160 GSM paper or 60-pound weight. Okay, so just get that stuck down there, and then you can just distress it. Nice simple project. We love a belly band, don't we? And again, another great idea to store things in your journal. We're going to get to the lace in a minute, but I'm going to start with the pockets. Right, so the first pocket is the base of the other one. All right, so this pocket is just 2.5 inches in width, okay, and 2 3/4 high. All right, and that is 6.5 by 6, almost 7, okay, centimeters. So you've got one of those, and then I've taken this paper, so the other one has got that on. I think I moved it more over here, so it's got more of the pink, and I've cut out exactly the same. I've notched it. You don't have to do that. And then it's just a case of placing these down. So use your glue. All right, and go as close to the edge with the glue as you possibly can. So you don't want it to make the space too narrow for your card. everybody's are you all having a great week and following along with the daily spread collaboration? I hope so. All right, now a card. I'm just using this as a guide so I know. It's about here. All right. There or thereabouts. You can see you've got about 1/4 of an inch on each side of the pocket. And then the same with this bottom one. We're going to decorate these in a short minute. Let's just get them on first. And then it's easier to decorate, I think. Right, so I've got my glue on there and I'm going to get it about there. Okay, a little bit that way. Okay, so there's our 2 pockets. We've got our little cards. So what I thought with this one is I'm going to use a little bit of pink lace for this one. It's just the scrappy bits I've got left over. And I'm just going to get that. I only put lace on the one. You can do it on both if you want. But I thought, no, this is fine. And just get that stuck on there. Like that. That's straight-ish. Yeah. Okay, and then on this one I'm just going to put one little ticket and one of these little bits. So this is just using up what I have, guys, really. So I'm going to get that there and that like that, I think. Yeah. So use this glue. I like the nib on this, although it does clog up. But it's working all right today, so win-win. I'll put that on there. Okay. And then love all the fussy cuts. They're great for decorative bits, aren't they? Perfect. So I'm going to give it a bit of a 3D thing over the lace. And then on the top one here, I'm not going to put lace because I've got quite a few bits I'm going to stick on. So I've got the little mini luggage tags here and a ticket. So there we go. And then this little travel journal. So if I just arrange these something like this, you can see there was no real need to add on lace there, so that's why I didn't. Okay, so let's start with this. And the last bit. Okay, so there's all our little pockets decorated, I was going to say. All right, so that's easily done, isn't it? Really quick and easy. I think I'm just going to put a little bit more of that there. Then I've got this lace. I love this lace. And I want to just get it on the edges there, like that. So I will end up sewing this, but guys, you really don't have to. It's just my style of things. If you like sewing, then you do. If you don't, then you don't. You can glue it like I'm going to do, but I'm going to leave this to dry a little bit and then come back and carry on. So let's just get that on. So that's the lace on there. Doesn't it look pretty? Now I'm going to go and leave that to dry just for a sec. I am going to stitch all around there, but guys, as I say, it's not a prerequisite. It's going to stay together with the glue as it is, so don't be worrying about stitching. It's pure aesthetics if you like that. I will be back in a moment. Okay, so there I've stitched around it, and I'm very happy with that. But as I say, gluing will do the job just fine. Okay, now I'm going to take this, just because I want to go straight over here, and I'm giving it a good amount, and over the lace, just so that the lace isn't going to fray. And then the same here, we'll start there. All right. And then here's your page. Let's get that down. Okay, I'm happy with that. Right, so we're good to go. We can put in our little cards. So I'm going to put this one in here. Life is better in the countryside. It is. I live in the countryside. And then chase horizons, not approval. So let's put that in over there. All right. And then we've got our 2 other cards. So fun and sunshine, definitely. Lots of that. Let's just cut off this little bit here. And then always take the scenic route. Of course you must. All right. And there's your little belly band. How adorable is that? And as you know, it's going to go into this bit here, like that, and into your journal page. So it'll look like this in your journal. Perfect. Yeah. And then the other one that we made over here. All right. So another lovely little project, great for any journal really. Oh, that's peeking out. Okay guys, have a lovely weekend. Don't forget, I have that Sunday's extra video for you coming up. It'll post midnight, so going into Sunday. And that would be for my daily spread, and it's a beautiful project, so be sure to watch out for that. I will see you then on Sunday. Take good care of yourselves, and then next week Tuesday I'm going to do the cover for the travel journal, and Friday we will start on our fairy journal. So exciting week ahead. Take good care of yourselves, make time for you, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.